It's Damon the Global Gardener. Welcome to my channel. Another fun video of this crazy landscape in Manhattan with, I'll try to get closer, this fun Indian, or Native American figurine, like a giant G.I. Joe. It still has the little plastic as if it was molded, but it's as tall as me. It's close to, I'm like 5'10". It's close to 6 feet, but I don't know if you can see right next to it, right here, is a whole nest. Is it a nest? It's an in-ground. They burrowed in yellow jackets, and they swarmed quite a bit. And I didn't want to spray poison, so I put the hose on them for a while, and that didn't really do much. Let's see if we can get some more of this background. This is a pretty amazing spot here in Manhattan. They even have a basketball court on the roof. I don't know if you saw the buildings on the other side of the bamboo. There you go, water tanks and stuff. Anyway, so the yellow jacket. So replacing, there's a landscape light in the right in there. There you can see it there. That needs the bulb replaced. So yellow jackets there, lamp there. Heck no. Need to deal with them. So what you got here is, and this works for a lot of different critters, but this is the setup here. It looks like sort of like a diffuser, but just any old apple juice with some sticks in it. But before you put the sticks in it, you put because they're attracted to the juice, or the sugars, you put soda. Probably works better, but it's even more garbage in the world. So here's some of this garbage, which is toxic stuff. So this is the Hot Shot Roach Killer. So it kills roaches. It's got the little like squirt, like it's powder. So maybe it's like puff, so you can like puff it in areas where roaches are, and but boric acid. Deadly boric acid. And on the back it says, I think it said, or no, it's on the front actually. Ortho boric acid, 99%. I don't know if you can see it there. Little bit of a glare. Ortho boric acid, 99%. And so just a teaspoon of that in the apple juice. So just pop the cap off. I just unscrewed the lid so I don't know, it'll stay sealed. I haven't used it for roaches yet. It's like maybe $5 for that, and like $1 or $2 for the juice. But the problem goes away without an exterminator. But make sure to like write on the thing, like cross out that it's juice, so somebody doesn't like pick it up and go, a whole thing of juice, poison. And I actually wrote the what's in it on there, a teaspoon of boric acid, but that it's not juice, that it is poison. Ah. Ooh, poison. So there you have it, and then the little twizzler sticks, just any old sticks that you pick up, so that the yellow jackets have something to walk down there, and they're not going to like drown in it, because you don't want them to actually drown. I mean, maybe you do. Can't speak for you, but for me, I want this particular strategy is that they will take up the juice to feed to the younglings, and with that delivery, that pizza delivery, there will be a healthy topping of pepperoni boric acid, and the boric acid will, I guess babies don't eat pepperoni anyway, but bad analogy maybe, as fun as it was, that the boric acid is a poison for them. So I've read and heard that any amount, but and not too much, because then it'll maybe differently flavor the sugars. Kind of doubt that. Like, I think you could put a lot in there, but I think a tablespoon or a teaspoon is plenty. And so we will see how it goes. And yeah, so my first, if like you just want, if they're just in the ground and not in a special situation, like this is in a raised container situation. If you just have them in ground, you can just throw a sprinkler on there, like a flip-flop sprinkler, and see how it's fully contained on both sides. Just the water alone, I've had that be effective in saturating their nest enough. And that's if you have enough water too, like in the desert or something, you probably don't want to go spewing water like that, but in New York, like, plenty of water, so it rains, you know, fairly frequently enough, and so could put the water on there for a while, but which I did, squirted them for quite a bit and let it soak on there for a while, but it wasn't enough. They just came back and swarmed even more, so I'm looking at them behind my back so that I don't get snuck up on, and but so that wasn't enough for them, so without like getting an exterminator out, because they'll just spew poisons everywhere. I'm highlighting the field of it's quite a swarm, and I'm apologize, I don't want to get too close to actually show you how many are coming out and entering the hole there, but they're burrowing insects. There's some flying wasp critters, yellow jackets being the one that I encounter most, that burrow in the ground or the soil, and usually when it's dry. So they're kind of going under, I'm pointing the wrong way, under, how can I do that? The platform that Mr. Engine is on. Can you call it that? I want to be PC, but it really is just a plastic thing, but it's also a representation of an entire culture, so trying to be sensitive to that. But he's also surfing in G.I. Joe fashion, and so he's been strapped down because he blew over in the wind pretty quickly, just setting him up there, so I had to strap him down. And but anyway, underneath there it stays dry because of the platform keeps the rain from saturating. Like I said, it does rain fairly frequently, sometimes every week, sometimes every few weeks, irregularly, but regularly, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't get enough water under there, and so they figured, oh wow, cool, a perfect little soil spot, very well protected. Like there's nothing around here that would threaten them, other than the global gardener's magic poison bit that they're, I'm sure, unsuspecting as of yet, and hopefully it may take a week or two for the next generations to get the appropriate messaging that this is not a place for them to be, and there's plenty of places in Central Park and elsewhere that they can probably get poisoned out of there too. But anyway, New Jersey's across the Hudson, vamoose little critters. So yeah, that's the recipe, like tablespoon-ish in either a juice or highly sugary, could be even potentially carbonated. I remember when I was a kid at the pool, we would go to this like public pool situation and go swimming, and one time got some kind of soda drink and went swimming and came back to drink my soda drink and thought somebody had put raisins in it. Something was squishy. I don't know, didn't really think much of it, swallowed it, and then went back swimming and jumping around playing and being a kid, and had like something on my tongue that was like, man, it feels like I got stung on my tongue. And then I was like, that's really weird, how could that ever happen? Oh, weird, raisins in the soda. Could have been critters flying into the soda and me going to take a swig and them like being submerged, and then gulp gulp, yum yum, extra protein for baby global gardener, yum. And plus a little spicy reminder, what do you call that, souvenir perhaps, of such an event. And now I get to share it with you all these years later, so wasn't that fun? All right, little adventure down memory lane into the swimming pools. That was in California where I grew up, and now we're in New York, where I'm still growing up, I suppose. Always growing up, always learning. And so we'll check back in a week or two. And actually, I come here every week to do maintenance on the garden. So I'll check back next week, and hopefully there will be some impact or some lessening of the difficulties of being able to change that light bulb, because now it's later. Actually, it's mid-October right now, and I'm trying to show you more. There's like a crazy big red alligator down there that lights up at night. We did some pumpkin decorations halfway through October. Let's see if I can zoom onto pumpkins. That was fun. The hose is down there too. But yeah, pumpkin arrangements with some pretty corn, and yay, having fun, New York City. See you in another video.